Welcome to this Sparsholt College Group tutorial program podcast, where we will be looking at PREVENT. PREVENT is part of the government's counter-terrorism strategy, the aim of which is to reduce the risk to the UK, its citizens and interests overseas from terrorism so that people can go about their lives freely and with confidence. PREVENT's primary aim is to stop people from becoming terrorists or supporting terrorism. As a college, part of our safeguarding agenda is to ensure all members of our college community are safe from harm and that you are able to freely and openly raise concerns about anyone you know. We are here to ensure you are safe, and the college supports the PREVENT agenda to prevent young people and adults from being drawn into terrorism and extremism. So how do we stop people from becoming terrorists or supporting terrorism? Firstly, we need to understand the terminology used. Secondly, we need to recognise how certain situations, lifestyle choices, or personal difficulties can make a person more vulnerable than others. Let's remind ourselves of the terminology. Radicalisation is the process by which a person becomes to support terrorism and forms of extremism leading to terrorism. Extremism can be defined as the vocal or active opposition to fundamental British values including democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance of different faiths and beliefs. Terrorism can consist of violence, property damage, endangering life, and the disruption of electronic systems, all designed to influence governments or intimidate the public, often for the purpose to advance a political, religious, racial, or ideological cause. There are many situations and contexts that will make an individual vulnerable to radicalisation, and it's important to acknowledge that you can be radicalised at any age, no matter your sex, ethnicity, culture, or upbringing. However, some factors may make an individual more vulnerable to radicalisation. These factors may include an opportunistic involvement with a situation or group of people, or perhaps a desire for adventure and excitement. Some have a need or want to take charge of others, and other individuals have a desire for political, social, or moral change. Others may hold strong feelings of injustice or grievance. What about those experiencing a big transition in their life, or subject to peer pressure and needing to feel they belong or be part of an influential group? By following or joining a particular organisation, you can get caught up in the wrong crowd and find yourself in a dangerous situation. And then we have the added complication of social media. It's very easy for individuals in society to be influenced by fake news, to accept the ideas and thinking of their peers, as well as to be groomed by those who want to radicalise others. It's often difficult to tell the signs of someone at threat of being radicalised. The person may become more secretive and isolated from family or friends. They may spend more time with new friends. They may have met them online or at an event. They may develop a fixation on a particular subject. They may express intolerance of other people or communities. They may change their appearance to reflect an association with a group or cause, or express thoughts about harming others. It's important to remember that these possible indicators should not be used in isolation, so judgment will be required to determine the significance of any behaviour. But that's where the support network of staff at the college comes in, to hear your concerns and put in place support for the individual you're concerned about. There are some signs, though, that are easier to spot. Signs or symbols that promote hate or intolerance of people or a community's ethnicities and faith will show links to extremist views that are captured under the government's PREVENT agenda. This could include signs and symbols that are anti-Islam, anti-Semitic, or anti-immigration. Language and symbols that are often associated with the extreme right wing include the number 18, which refers to Adolf Hitler's initials being the first and eighth letter of the alphabet. Also the number 28, which refers to blood and honour, which is the second and eighth letters of the alphabet. Individuals or groups might use stickers, graffiti, posters, or flyers to promote this extremist symbology. PREVENT isn't just about keeping people safe at college, it's also about ensuring the general public are safe to go about their daily routines in society. Recently there have been a number of national incidents, some closer to the college than we would like. In the summer of 2000, a 14-year-old boy from Eastleigh was arrested by police and was charged with one count of preparation of terrorist acts connected to terrorism. Although eventually cleared of the charges, the individual was viewing a large amount of extremist online material and commented that he felt ignored by society. His lawyer said, He dared to dream about doing something exciting. He wanted to have followers on YouTube. He wanted to be respected and cool. This shows how a number of extremists are able to make contact with vulnerable individuals from across the country online, where in turn they begin to demonstrate concerning behaviours. There have also been many more tragic instances of extremist link incidents across the region, including the death of a number of members of public in Plymouth following a mass shooting in 2021. Once again, if you're concerned about someone you know, you should contact a member of the college wellbeing or safeguarding team, led by Ben Stokes, our Vice Principal. The college's safeguarding support process will then ensure the safeguarding team work with individuals at risk of being drawn into terrorism, assess the nature and extent of that risk, and develop the most appropriate support plan for the person of concern. However, please remember, if there is an immediate risk to life, call 999. Thank you for joining this Sparsholt College Group tutorial program podcast. If you have any questions, please speak to your progress coach.